Guys, it is such an exciting day here at Community Cats. Let me tell you how exciting it is. I don't even know where to start. Today is these babies' 4-week-old birthday. I know they don't look like 4 weeks old, but they are. This is Davy, and that is Val. I haven't filmed the Monkee Kitten since their 2-week-old birthday. It's really funny. It's like all these milestones actually happen on their birthdays. Unfortunately, the very same day I filmed them last on their 2-week birthday, Mickey passed away. To recap what was happening, Val had pneumonia. Well, we thought it was pneumonia. This little one was constipated. Mickey was very sick. And unfortunately, that same day, Mickey passed away. Well, the next day, I did have him taken to the Department of Agriculture and had a necropsy done because since we had lost 2 of the babies in this litter and Val was so sick, I really wanted to find out like the exact cause of death to see if there was anything I could do to help these 2. And, so it turns out that it was congenital. And I'm sure that Mags, the first baby that passed, was the same way. But they have the part of their esophagus, or I don't think it's called the esophagus, the tube where the flap closes to protect like stuff getting in their lungs, was not formed fully in Mickey. It was not formed fully, and then he also had, it wasn't what you would call a cleft palate because it was way farther back in his throat, but it was not completely closed. There's 2 like plates that come together, and they weren't completely closed. And then there was some other stuff in his gastrointestinal tract that wasn't fully formed. And we suspect Val has a little bit of the same kind of thing going on in her, like esophageal area because, she had aspirated, so she didn't have like bacterial pneumonia. She had just aspirated, but she actually quickly recovered from that. And then, so we suspect. Now she has had, 2 days ago, she had a full checkup, and a workup. Like we did a bunch of stuff that vets don't normally do for little kittens, but I finally talked my vet into doing it. And she is really, really good. We do suspect she still has a little minor thing going on in her esophagus, but as she gets bigger, it's like closing. And she actually has been able to drink. I've had to tube feed her pretty much her whole entire life. Every time I have tried the bottle, she has aspirated. The good thing about that is that she has been able to clear it up within a day or 2. But the bad thing is, she's been having to have been tube fed. Well, for the past 3 days, the reason he finally did the workup is he wanted to wait until she could kind of take the bottle. Anyway, it's a long story. I'm not going to go into it. But she has been bottle feeding for 3 solid days now and has not aspirated. And they are fully healthy. There's no bad bacteria. There's no, her, and we're just going to assume that Davy is the same way because he's actually really healthy. He's a chunk. Her blood counts are good. Her stool is great. Yada, yada, yada. They're great. So we're very excited. And the big excitement actually comes from what I'm about to do. One, they got to move into a playpen. Miss Jean Nagel sent us this wonderful playpen, because, you know, they're outgrowing the incubator, and they need room to run around, and normally at 4 weeks they start litter box training. I don't know if they're actually ready for it. They're a tiny bit behind in everything, except their teeth. Their teeth are grown. You got some big teeth? You got big teeth? I know, what is it? You got room to run around. I know, is it so exciting? I know, you got some big teeth. What? You don't, this one is a chunk, like would pop from having the bottle. That's why he's hollering, he wants a bottle. You can't have a bottle. It's not time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. But they're doing great. Val is still a tiny bit, well, neither one of them are at the weight they're supposed to be for their age. However, they're at a good weight. Val is still a little smaller than I would like, but she's okay. There is a heating pad under there, so they'll still be able to stay warm. And now I'm going to go get the really exciting thing. Hold on. What? What is that? Oh, what do you smell? What is that? Oh, what do you smell? I know. What do you smell? Yes. Hello, love. I know. Okay, so this baby right here, this is Hitchcock. They're both boys. This is Hitchcock, and he's named after Alfred Hitchcock. And then this is Chaplin, and Chaplin is named after Charlie Chaplin. Here, let's show everybody your face, and then they'll know why you're called Charlie Chaplin. That's Charlie Chaplin, but it's Chaplin. So Chaplin, Hitchcock, Davy, and Val. Now, I've never filmed Hitchcock and Chaplin before because they came 2 days after the Monkees babies came. So the Monkees babies came on a Saturday, and then, well, actually Tuesday morning, Alfred and Chaplin. See, look, now I'm getting all confused. Chaplin and Hitchcock came. It's so funny because I got a knock on the door and the neighbor had them. She had taken them from a lady at her work who had found them and was like bottle feeding them like condensed milk. And she was like, just give me those babies. I know what to do. And so she brought them to me. Didn't call, didn't nothing, just knocked on the door and was like, I have these babies. Anyway, the reason I haven't filmed Hitchcock and Chaplin is because they were actually the, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx anything, the perfect bottle babies I've ever had. They, knock on wood, they have not been sick. They latched onto the nipple, like they drank. They're amazing. They are a couple of days younger, actually, than, because they were just like, had been born like the night before I got them. And then, so they're only like a day or two younger. Not much, but they are a tiny bit younger. But I have had them, they're 4 weeks old on Monday. So, yeah, Monday. What's that? Yes. And it's so funny because these videos are all over the place because I'm sure it'll be a week before this goes up. And they'll probably have already had their 5th week birthday by the time this goes up. But that's okay. I'm always behind. So, anyway, I was never going to keep Hitchcock and Chaplin. I was going to let another foster them because they were so easy. I mean, they were so easy. And I do have other fosters that bottle feed, and oh my gosh. But if things just kept happening, like the foster that was going to take them then got like a newborn that had to be tube fed, and then like after that, after the tube fed baby, anyway, just things kept happening, and I just kept keeping them, and they were such a joy, really, because all the other animals, or all the other cats and kittens that I have are sick or injured, and so it was really kind of a joy to have them and not have to worry. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes I forget how fun they can be because I'm just always worried because mine are always sick or injured. So I kept them. And then on Thursday, when Val had her appointment, because I never was going to put them together. They were always just going to stay separate. Because I always thought they were, like, the Monkee's babies were just, like, sick. Well, then once we determined it was all genetic, like it was all, you know, congenital, which is not catching in any way, I went ahead and had their fecal done. The next day, I took in just their fecal sample. I didn't take them in. I took a fecal sample, and that came back that afternoon as good. So then I was like, why can't I just put them together? And that's what I'm doing. They're going to be together. Because, you know, and it'll make it easier when they move into the nursery anyway. But aren't they cute? They're so precious. Yeah. I wonder, can I set this up in here and just film y'all? Like, what does that look like? No, I can't. Sorry, guys. Are you stuck? I will tell you, the screamers, the ones that like are always would always take a bottle, always want a bottle, are Chaplin and Davy, constantly. Like, would always take a bottle. And then the other two are just chill. They don't care. I mean, if they get hungry, they'll holler, but they're not hollery, baby. No, sweetheart.